And I know for myself personally, if I had not discovered music, I would not be the person I am today. Hello, my name is Helen. I'm 16 years old. I've been playing the violin for 10 years, and right now I am a part of 2 orchestras, the Moncton Youth Orchestra and the New Brunswick Youth Orchestra. Today I'll be sharing my journey with my mental health challenges and my journey with music also. I would say around the age of 6 or 7 is when I started to show signs of mental health challenges, more specifically anxiety and social anxiety. I think this is because this is when school started to become more difficult for me. I didn't know how to deal with it properly. This is also when I joined the Sistema program, and while I love music now, starting the Sistema program was really hard for me. This is also when things at home weren't the best either, and I don't think that contributed very well to my anxiety. And ever since, it's been a little bit of a struggle. Living with any mental health challenge is never easy. For myself personally, I have good days and I have bad days. A few of the things that happen when I'm experiencing anxiety is, you overthink things, you worry about the little too much. But if the anxiety for me is really bad, most of the time I get really upset stomach, I can get headaches, and it can also be really hard to sleep, and it can be hard to eat, and it can be hard to drink. Another thing that I experience in public is I become really sensitive to lights and noises and taste and smells. Interacting with people can be really difficult. But when I get home, it's a place for me where I can rest and recharge, and kind of like a safe space, essentially. Sometimes when I'm feeling really anxious, I tend to neglect my self-care. Like I forget to shower, I forget to brush my hair, brush my teeth, and that's not fun, but I wanted to look good for you guys today, so I cleaned up a little. In school in violin, I tend to be a perfectionist, which does not go well with anxiety because the more times I can't get something right, the more my anxiety flares up. And so that makes me not want to do things and procrastinate on the work more. And it's always hard to present. Presenting will always be a challenge. As for my relationships, it's not bad. It takes me a while to get close to people because of anxiety, social anxiety, but when I do, I have great relationships with them, and there's only some times where I can't hang out with them because I'm either too drained or too anxious, and I just need to have some time to myself, which is okay. It's okay to set boundaries like that. When I play the violin, I feel like a completely different person because it gives me something to focus on. It almost serves as a distraction for when I'm really anxious and I'm having bad thoughts. And it just helps me through any negative emotions that I'm feeling, like sadness, anger, and frustration. The violin and music really helps with that. The violin serves as a confidence boost because the better that I get at the violin, the better I feel about myself. I feel accomplished and like I did a good job with something. And also, because I'm a part of 2 orchestras, you have to talk to quite a few people, and because of that, it has helped with my social anxiety a little bit because it's kind of hard to avoid people when you play with them, play next to them. I'm happy about that too. My social skills have improved a lot. I do have quite a few friends who struggle with mental health challenges inside and outside the music programs I'm a part of. Some of them deal with their mental health pretty well, have good methods of coping, others unfortunately not. Unfortunately, some of them have it worse. I went to therapy for a little while when my anxiety was probably at its worst. It kept me from presenting or playing the violin confidently. And through these therapy sessions, I learned how to have proper techniques when in public and when presenting and playing the violin. And I'm happy I had these therapy sessions because now I can actually present. Very thankful for therapy. Therapy has been a great help for me, and I wouldn't be who I am now if I hadn't have gone. My preference is classical music. It's what I like the most, it's what I connect the most, it's what has helped me when I'm feeling my most down, whether it be listening to it or actually playing classical music. And it's kind of always there because I have to practice quite a bit and it's hard to ignore, so it's very prevalent in my life. If joining a full-on music program where it needs a lot of your time is too stressful or too much for you, I would say at least trying to do something musical at least once a week, whether it be an extracurricular activity at your school or something with yourself. That's great. And finding a way to learn an easy, inexpensive instrument like the ukulele or even the recorder on YouTube with YouTube tutorials, that can be really helpful. Sometimes when I don't want to play the violin, I just whip out my ukulele and I have a lot of fun. And another thing is you can join groups on Facebook or a website or any social media where you can join groups of music appreciation, share your music playlist, or even discover new music genres. And this can be a great way to connect with people, not necessarily face-to-face, because that can be hard for people with social anxiety, but it's a way to connect with people who maybe struggle with the same things that you do and explore different beautiful music genres. The impact that most of those have altogether would be definitely social skills, because by being in a music program, you connect with people who have the same interests with you, in this case music, and that can be a great way to cope with any mental health challenges that you are experiencing. Another impact that these things on this list can have is you have something to focus in on, something that can serve as a good, almost distraction from any negative thoughts that you are experiencing. Another thing is motivation. Music can serve as a great motivator, and I know people with mental health challenges struggle to have a set routine, but by having a time in the day where you dedicate it just to music, it can help. It can help a little. And finally, music is healthy for you. Music is very healthy for you. It's a healthy outlet, and it's a lot of fun too. If you are interested in music and passionate about music, I would highly recommend joining a music program. It can be a lot of fun, a good way to connect with people, and I know for myself personally, if I had not discovered music, I would not be the person I am today. I'm sure my anxiety would be much worse. Even though in the beginning, it kind of contributed to it, now it was totally worth it, and it helps out a lot. Please know that it gets better and that you are not alone. It's hard to feel like you're not alone when you're at your most down, but finding the right people that can help you can be one of the greatest things. And finally, you deserve happiness. Even if you think that you don't deserve happiness, you do. And so seeking out help is not a bad thing if need be, because you are worth it and you deserve that. I have this lovely little song called Salut Démon by Edward Elgar. It's a piece I like to play when I'm feeling sad because it's so pretty and fun, and I really hope you enjoy it.